Good evening, beautiful ladies and friends. Welcome to Sister's Perspective. We are so happy you are here joining us this evening for another episode of Sister's Perspective, where we are going to just really get into it tonight with another interview. And we are excited about this interview because it's one of the sisters. That's all I'm going to give you for right now. It's going to be a surprise. But before we get into that interview, please like, share this episode, invite somebody else to come on in and hear the perspective and get to know a little more about this sister. Again, of course, we have Mama Carolyn back with us to help with the interviews. We're going to have a good time. Let's check in, sisters, as we always do. And we don't just check in just to have something to do, but we really have to check in with one another, y'all. If you got a sister or friend out there, check in with them and see how they're doing. Everybody needs to be seen, heard, valued. And so check in with somebody and see how they're doing. And then, of course, share with them how you're doing. I'm going to check in first because I'm already talking, and then I'm going to be quiet and let everybody else check in. It has been, don't shake your head like that, Carolyn. It has been a great week. It has been a full week. I spent Wednesday through Saturday in Charleston doing a conference, and we had a good time. It was it's the midpoint of my presidency for this organization, the state organization. And so this conference was a whole lot, but we made it through. And so I'm just happy to be back home with my family where I can relax a little bit. I spent most of the day yesterday just chilling in my bedroom. Like, who ever gets the opportunity to do that? Just chilling in my bedroom, kids hanging out, looked at TV, ate some food. It was a good weekend for me to finally be back home. And so that's all that I've been doing, ripping and running. And then yesterday I got to spend some time in my bed. Check in. That was my check mark. Who's next?
You are so corny.
She is checked.
All right, well, I'm good. Um, no more COVID. What else? I don't think nothing else is new. I still got my new my I can't even talk. Story that Channel 2 is doing on me is coming up. I think it's this week. So of course check my Facebook and I'll keep you all posted. But other than that, we're good over here.
All right.
Because she's so
Wonderful.
popular. She's so popular.
I know
Oh
she.
Lord.
Well, I have been like you, JB. I've had the whirlwind week. And so right now I am sitting in Baltimore,
Stuck.
Washington International. Stuck.
Right.
So, but it's okay. We have done, I left Tallahassee on Friday and went to Orlando, spent the night there, got to see my people, and then we were off to Boca Raton for my youngest one's audition with Lynn University. That went well. Turned right back around, came back to Orlando, spent the day there, and got up the following day, got dropped off at the airport, and flew to Baltimore. Now we have visited Peabody Institute with John Hopkins, and her audition there went very well. And
Good.
it's a very interesting place. It's so old. They have this place called it's a big library. It's George something library, but it is amazing. Okay, so what is the movie? Extraordinary Gentlemen. You guys remember that movie with the when they're
Yeah.
in the library and it has all those different levels to that library?
That's
Okay,
probably
so
before I was born.
what that movie was not before you were born.
So sick of it.
None.
Really.
But anyway, this was like that. It was amazing. I've never seen the library. I think it was probably 6 stories to the library. It was just, yeah. So it was pretty amazing. Baltimore, not so in love with the city.
Mm-mm.
It has a lot of historic things, but it's kind of a dirty city. So,
Yep.
but I mean,
Oh.
I'm saying.
It's
But the
not one
people
of my
there,
favorite places either.
yeah, the people are very cool though. Like them. But yeah, so that's my check-in. I've been just going, 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 and hopefully when I get back to Tallahassee, oh, we have one more audition to do, but fortunately we got a few days break, and then we'll do Valdosta State. But yeah, hopefully when I get back, I can sit down for a minute, a hot minute.
Okay. Thank you for checking in, Lord. Hey, Nikki Pooh.
Nikki.
I hope you're doing better. Listen, I'm
I
gonna take
Yeah.
a
know.
moment and say hello to everybody logging in. We got our
Hello.
on the line. Nikki Webster's here. Um, Natasha here is in the house. Thank y'all so much for joining us. And of course, Nikki Pooh is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Go ahead and share with somebody else. Tell them to come on in. We have a very special interview tonight. You all, it's going to blow your mind to hear from this young lady. So come on in the room. We're doing our check in and then we're going to come on in the room. If you notice an extra face on the screen, Mama Carolyn is back with us. She's going to
She's
lead the
frozen.
interview tonight. And so we are getting ready for that interview. My hair is a hot mess. This is a good thing. This is a podcast, except for this part where it's on Facebook Live. So people on Facebook Live, just ignore it. It's been a very rough day
Don't
weather-wise.
don't try to.
It has been. It's been the weather, and so it's causing maybe this will
Oh,
help
I meant to put on my glasses
over there.
tonight. Oh,
It's the
Give
same. You
it a
just put
little.
glasses on top of it.
Well, you
is
see,
that
the glasses
Jen?
distract. Don't the glasses
Yeah.
distract a little bit?
No,
Yeah, that's your accents.
Yeah, kind of accent. Listen, Sherry, would you like to check in today?
Okay.
Oh,
Sherry's not feeling
Okay.
great,
I'm
everybody.
sorry.
We sending prayers and hugs and positive thoughts
Yeah,
your way.
she's a trooper.
Carolyn, get your sister.
In this space, we hold you up, Sherry. We
oh,
hold you up.
I can't. Somebody please get this girl.
Please, she is on a
it's
roll.
so annoying.
I mean, really.
All right, go ahead, check in. Go ahead, Sherry.
Um, actually, um it's been a pretty good week. I'm just really busy, and so have a lot going on, but it is obtainable. And just been taking one thing at a time, not to get overwhelmed. Taking one thing over time. I am enjoying and always enjoying uh, Black History Month, where we get to celebrate our African heritage, and I like to show kids the root of African music, and that we're more alike than we are different,
Mhm.
and and you can see it so much in the music and how everything is kind of built, especially in the Western world, of the African rhythms that are from there, and so I just everything else has been going pretty good, and I just have been enjoying just taking one thing at a time, not trying to get overwhelmed. So back to you, sisters.
All right. Now, have you done your production for Black History Month yet?
That will be next week.
Okay. Okay.
That will be next week.
Next week. All right. And then after that, you usually start, to feel a little better because you're off that stress level goes down just a little bit.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. Little sis, baby sis, you gonna check in?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
That's my check-in. No, I was. uh,
You've had a birthday since we were together last.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Oh,
know I did have a birthday. Oh,
no, no.
look, I didn't plan that. My
Exactly.
I didn't plan that.
We had a great brunch Saturday.
Yeah, we
Yes.
Nice.
brunch on Saturday.
Oh,
Some nice women that I knew and grew up with. And
minus me.
well, yeah, I mean that's nobody's fault but your own. But
Please don't bring it up now.
And me, but that wasn't my fault. That was Nia's. You got to blame Nia on that one.
it was. It's
I
fine.
wasn't even invited. I could have come for the weekend. Nobody invited me though, but
You
it's
couldn't have
okay.
come. You was in the presidential suite. Right.
I'm saying,
She
sending
was
us
at the
all
presidential
videos.
suite.
Right. She was sending us videos of her presidential
Exactly.
speech. No, I don't want you at my party. No. So,
Wow.
Rude.
but yeah, it was a great weekend. I got to dress up and be cute, and
She had on all this fur, y'all. Oh Lord.
I was
Oh, it was fabulous.
I
It
was
was fabulous.
What?
I was extra as I wanted
What's
to be.
happening?
It was wonderful. But that's
Carolyn,
what
what happened to your jacket from earlier today? That outfit is so cute.
my jacket.
Is it behind you on the chair?
over there in the closet. I'm a. It's,
Girl, that was nice. I said, look at her looking like an adult.
so
Okay.
I try
Happy
to dress up
anniversary.
sometimes when I go to work. I was gonna wear it tonight for the show, and then I just didn't. But now Charlotte's brought it to my
It
attention.
was so cute.
So
I've never.
how about we do like a little commercial break and you go ahead and put it on while we transition,
Can
okay?
you bring mom on?
All right, I'm about to bring mom
Why
on,
would
and
she be
so
so dramatic? And
you
I
saw her.
mean, really, that was a real exit.
We're bringing her in. Natasha said, "Happy belated birthday, Carolyn."
hey, mom.
Natasha is a Mary Kay
Hi.
lady, by the way. So if you need some Mary Kay products, Natasha's here in the comments. You can feel free to hit her up and let her know. We also got
Hi.
somebody on here that sell Avon,
Avon.
so I can't
There it
discriminate.
is. Come on. Ain't that
So
cute, y'all?
All right,
Okay,
Mom, I
okay
see
with
your
her
little
nails.
oh,
nails.
you put little fingernails up there. Go ahead, girl.
Right.
Oh, look at Carolyn, looking like a professional woman.
You
Oh,
see it? It's so nice.
first of
Looking
Carolyn.
like a
all, and
professional
I
then
love
person.
that jacket.
Ghetto
sometimes I try
fabulous
to pretend like
professional.
I'm a professional when I go to work.
Yes.
It's great.
Love it. Love it. All right. Now that we got some people in the room, we are ready to chat it up with our special guest tonight.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm trying to get it together. I'm
I
trying
can
to get it
tell.
together.
Every time we
Um,
invite her on, her camera don't want to act right. Oh, she's in my room, y'all.
I am. I'm in the girls' room. I decided to come out there.
It
No,
was
she's
my room
not.
first.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
God.
Here we
Everybody
go.
want to claim it.
Thank you.
Here we
It was
go.
mine last, and it has been ever since.
Oh goodness.
I was tortured by the pink first.
Ah, I
NT
just,
Pooh. NT
I
Pooh.
just love it. I just love it.
Well, we're
Well,
happy to
my
have you with us,
laptop won't work.
Carolyn.
Huh?
We're
Jam,
happy to
stop
have you with
playing.
us tonight.
Stop calling
Oh,
me.
yeah, don't play jam.
She's so disrespectful.
Thank you.
We are in a professional setting. I'm a professional speaking with another professional. I can't call you mom. Like,
Oh, okay, fine.
this is Dr. Richmond. You are Miss, you want me to
Mrs.
call you Miss
Thomas.
Carolyn? Mrs.
Mrs.
Thomas?
Mrs.
Thomas.
Miss
Carolyn Thomas.
Miss Thomas to you, ma'am.
Mrs.
Uh-huh.
Thomas. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us tonight to conduct these interviews. You feel like you're ready?
Oh yeah. I mean, I do this quite often. I was explaining to someone how you started this years ago, and I loved it so I just sort of took it over from you. I don't like that glare on me. It's a big light behind me.
I got a
You
glare
see?
too, because it's my
I
light.
guess
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't
It does.
matter.
It'll be okay. Well, folks, you've been
Y'all can
waiting
see
for
me.
it. Yes, you've been waiting on it. Our interviewee tonight, the guest of honor, who we will get to know a little more in depth, is none other than
I can't. The
She has left
dramaticness.
the room.
Carolyn Y. Thomas. Come on,
Come on, put
Carolyn
your
Y.
hands
Click, click,
together.
click, 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 click.
Look at her. Why?
Welcome, Carolyn.
Why?
Oh,
Like
God.
this the Kelly Clarkson show.
For those of y'all
Oh,
who are
okay.
only listening, it was a very dramatic entrance by Carolyn Y. She actually
Right.
left and came back. And she done
Mhm.
changed outfits and everything. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna turn it over to our guest host tonight, Mrs. Thomas.
Well, I'm so glad to be with you guys again. This is all quite an honor for me that my daughters would invite me to their show, their podcast, whatever you call this thing. When you're
Oh,
over 50, all this technology is really something you got to get used to. And for some strange reason, my laptop keeps going in and out, keep losing internet connection. So I'm on my iPhone. I hope this works right.
okay.
You're
Well, we
doing
can
great.
see
You're
you
doing
and we
great.
can hear you. So,
All right, that's important. Okay, so I get to interview my namesake tonight. This little girl is named after me. She is, Ed Jr., named after his father, is the Alpha. Carolyn Jr., named after me, is the Omega. That's when I closed up shop. We finished having babies and children. This is the end. This is it.
That's a song.
Yeah.
We got a
And,
theme song and everything.
she
Right.
took her she took her time coming. You know how Carolyn is. All of my other babies, I have them so fast. The doctors is running in the hospital and missing me, having the delivery and all that. Not Miss Princess. She took her little time. She had to get her nails done, get her hair done. She was in no hurry to enter this world. She said, "I'm coming in my own time, Mom. You just lay there and wait." So
Mm.
we brought forth this little lady, 7 pounds and 14 ounces.
Gracious.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a
Carolyn,
good size.
since you're number 10 in the family, and you know how people say babies are spoiled. Oh, she's a spoiled brat. Do you ever think of yourself as being spoiled? Do you see yourself as having some treatment different than the rest of the kids? And I want you sisters to just pitch in now and ask any questions you may have along any subject. You got some questions. Don't hesitate. Okay, let's make this a lively discussion tonight. So,
All
Miss
right.
Carolyn,
Hmm.
tell me about your childhood. Did you
Do
feel
you
that
think
you
you
were
were
treated
spoiled?
differently?
Oh, do I
Mm-hmm.
think I was spoiled?
Yes.
Um.
Be honest. Be honest.
Well, it's hard for me to say because it was my life. According to my siblings, I was. What is that sound that I'm
That's,
hearing?
yeah, yeah, that's what I want to know.
Y'all hear that?
I don't.
Yeah.
It stopped. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Okay, it's gone. No, it's not. Anyway, according to my siblings, I was spoiled. I just thought it was normal life. So I don't know
Yeah.
how to answer that. I guess yes. If I think
Well,
back now.
your sisters are sitting there. Do you all think Carolyn was born? What do y'all think?
Well,
I've
actually,
heard
I'll
some
answer
comments.
that first. I will answer
Okay,
that first
Lori.
because at first I used to say, oh, yeah, Carolyn is spoiled. But now I have had, I have four girls and they are all very much spaced apart. And Mia is the last of the Mohicans. And yes, I do treat her differently. Um, but I think that Carolyn, it wasn't so much she was spoiled somewhat, but not spoiled rotten like a lot of people would think.
Like a brat.
Yeah, she wasn't a brat, but she had so many older siblings that she also was a very old soul, and she could be kind of given a little bit more because she could handle it. Because and I know this, I now see this because of my youngest one and how she has like seen her older sisters and learned from them, and always being around older people, I can actually trust her and handle her a little differently and like let her do some things a little earlier than what I let her sisters do things. And that is what happened mainly with Carolyn. So I would say yes, slightly spoiled in as you guys were a little tired, like, yeah, fine, let's let her have that. But spoiled rotten as in a brat, no.
Exactly.
I would say yes, she's spoiled, and she
Ja-
still is.
She a hater. Next.
Oh,
She said, "Tell us about your childhood." That's what her
What you
original
think?
question was.
Well, it was so, and I put
oh,
you
it's
on
back.
because it's mom's microphone that's making that sound.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You think
That's such a broad question.
do I need to turn down my mic?
What about my childhood? What like why?
Well, she said she did. She asked if you were. Did you think you were spoiled? And
And I
I think we answered that. Yeah.
yeah, that's
So how was it growing up being the baby of everybody?
um again, it was normal life for me. I don't really know how to answer that. Um I've always had a lot of people around me, always been normal, so it wasn't like I grew up and was aware that I had all these people. Y'all were just always there. So I don't know.
Well, but I mean, like, did you, as being the youngest, did you feel like compared to the rest of us, or did you have anybody that maybe tortured you a little bit more because you were the youngest, or anything like
You
that?
know.
I'm
Right.
just saying,
You already know who did
we
that.
got
You
we
know.
have to let the people know.
So
We know PJ tortured her.
I didn't have any rivals except for her youngest son, who I shall not name. Uh,
He whose name shall not be
PJ
spoken.
is acting.
he who shall remain nameless. I didn't have any other rivals except for him, and I think he just was jealous because I was the last one and he wasn't. I don't know what his issue was really, but that was my only problem or my only
Right, Nikki. Right.
What the
issue.
girl? The
Correct.
butter knife, the
And so
breaking her arm.
many
I
other
know.
things. So many other things. I got thrown down the stairs. I tell you, it was rough growing up with.
Oh my god, she still can't turn her hand completely.
I
Yep.
cannot, and I never will be able to.
All because of that little boy.
Damn, stop it.
It's almost.
That was my only. He was my only nemesis growing up. But other than that, everybody else was cool. I was pretty much spoiled by all the rest of my brothers. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Well,
And
Carolyn,
that I go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
what
sorry.
was your tell us about your personality. What were you like as a child?
When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Girl, you lied. That's a
I'm so
lie.
done. I'm finna log off. I don't know
Right.
what's happening tonight.
My
She spoke as a 30-year-old. That's what she did.
Like, have you always been the way you are now, or were you
yes.
different as a child and you kind of
Well, as far as my personality has not changed. I can say some of my characteristics have changed, but my personality is pretty much remained the same. And I think I am a mixture of everybody that was around me, because I have such a different personality. I don't know how to describe it. I should ask y'all how you would describe it. But because it's so different, I think I'm a mixture. I know I have some mom in me. I have a little tiny, like a little pinch of dad in there.
Just a bit.
Um, just pinch. But it's there.
But
It's more prominent as I get older.
you don't think that you were more? I remember you just being quiet and
I
you
was.
weren't as outgoing as you are now.
I was not. Not in public. At home, I've always been.
Yeah.
In public, I
And at
literally
home, you like to sit in the little cabinet.
was like three. I was like three.
Y'all remember the little cabinet? Why could she fit in there? First of all, oh my god, y'all! If y'all see this little pantry cabinet, it's like what?
Yes.
this small?
I
It's
was.
very tiny.
It's
So
She
a
I
just
don't
used to
silly.
sit
know.
in there.
I was that way all the way up until
Yeah,
college.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Quiet.
really?
yeah.
I, oh, I
Yep.
thought high school maybe.
Oh, I was quiet in high school as well. I was
Just when she was with
very,
her family, she was
quiet.
obnoxious.
Only with my family am I loud and well, like I'm like that all the time now. But uh,
Right, right.
when I was in school, I didn't talk. I was very quiet and reserved. But
Okay.
Mm,
what happened to my interviewer?
I don't know. But somebody else got a
Turn the
question
camera
because
off
she
for
gone.
some reason.
Okay, so and actually that Carolyn, that part of you actually reminded me of myself because I was quiet all the way up until probably my senior year in high school, and then I broke out of my shell, and I did see that in you. So,
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
but okay, so since our interviewee is taking a moment, so, so tell me, what
I don't know.
influences your style? You have a certain style. I know that your style is uh your style is unique.
Very much so.
hmm you like a lot of bling. It
I
can
do.
be extra at times.
Is it
So
flamboyant? No.
I wouldn't say flamboyant.
Okay,
I
good.
wouldn't say flamboyant.
Please.
So tell us what influences your style.
I don't have any influences. I literally look the way
Okay.
I want to look. I just make myself look the way I want to look. I don't have an influence. I don't see anybody that I want to look like. I don't know. I've always
So you're
been
just drawn to certain things.
different from my sisters, clearly, uh, as far as how I look. But I don't know that I have been influenced by anybody. I just think that it goes with my personality. I always tell people that my personality doesn't go with any other style. style. I look the way that I am. I don't know how to explain that any other way.
So basically, your style is influenced by your personality. Because I said what, not who.
That much. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's,
Okay. So
it's
your style is influenced by your personality. So you're drawn to things that basically reflect you.
correct.
And yes, and I do like it. I can't pull it off because it's not me.
It's okay. Everybody can't do this.
You're Betty Bob.
Definitely.
That's
That's
okay.
right. Me, I'm just gonna bounce around. Hey,
Yes, you are.
that's me.
Sherry, oh, Sherry, you had a question?
No, I had a rebuttal
Mm.
Oh,
about
that's a
um,
big word. What that mean?
her
I'm just
being
kidding.
quiet all the way up to high school and everything. I seem to have met a what you call it, a very opinionated middle schooler coming home from college. And she was very opinionated at that time. So that's when I really kind of got to know her personality. I was like, whoa, Carolyn came out of her shell a little bit, you know.
What
That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
She
so
did
she
come out of her shell a
voiced
little
her
bit because I
opinions about a
remember.
couple of things.
I
Yeah, she
I
had voiced it about a couple of things, and I was like, whoa, I had to kind of learn my little sister a little bit more.
only with family, because again, like I said, I was
Yeah,
not like
just with
that
family.
outside of the house, but with family, I've always been opinionated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, mom,
Hi,
You're
mom. Welcome back.
back.
I don't
Let
know
me,
what all was going on. Boy, oh
girl, we
boy.
don't know what happened, Lord.
All right. Well, your next
well,
question,
We go.
lady.
We
It's
go get this
technology.
we kept it
technology
going
straight.
on. We talked about how
Way
she's been a
beyond.
thorn in my side since day one.
Jam,
So
shut
keep it
up.
going.
Okay, so
I'm
you all
so-
probably have covered quite a few questions. I was going to ask, how are you treated by your sibling, and
Oh, we
did
didn't
they
talk
Oh,
about
lie
we
that.
to
yeah, we
we
you?
didn't talk
covered
about
that.
that.
We didn't talk about that. Go ahead.
Y'all went through
Oh,
all of that. Okay,
well,
Carolyn.
we
So,
treated.
what are
We
some
covered
of
one.
Go ahead.
what are some of your hobbies? I wanted to talk to you about your hobbies, and I think we asked you this question at the brunch, and you kind of gave us a blank. You got some hobbies? Have you thought of any?
I don't necessarily have any hobbies. One thing that I like to do is my hair. It's always been that for me. I don't let anybody else touch my
Okay.
head except for me. So that's kind of my hobby that I do. But I don't have any, and I hate when people ask me that question. You know, like when guys be trying to get to know you. So, what do you like to do? I don't know, stuff, fun stuff, you know. But I don't have a set hobby like this is the thing. Like I go fishing. No, I don't.
Right. Or hiking. I don't have none of that. I like to watch TV and
I
leave me
What
alone.
you like baking though, Carolyn? You do like
I
baking.
like. What did I tell you the other day, Lord?
She
I
I
know, but you could still do it.
she don't like to do it.
previously I did like baking, but now I can't finish anything that I cook, so
Right.
I don't really bake that much anymore. But that was a hobby of mine. I did like
Yeah.
baking and making new stuff.
Look, be a giver.
Okay.
Just bake it
We're
for
gonna
me,
get to
okay?
some of that later. We're
Chris,
I
gonna
thought it was
get to that
napping.
later.
be
I
shared.
thought it was napping.
Now
You,
tell me, Carolyn,
yes,
uh, your husband might be looking tonight. He may be looking at this podcast. Describe describe for me the man that you would love to have in your life. Tell me
One
about
that
your
is not a stalker.
husband.
So,
I
right.
went to sleep briefly on this question. That was me going to sleep.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh gosh.
right. I okay. We'll start here. I don't tend to get along with men who have my personality. I like men who are more quiet and reserved and exude
Oh.
confidence. I don't like cocky. I can't stand cocky, but I love quiet
Mhm.
confidence. That much I like. Um,
Awesome.
just out there. I don't
Awesome.
like loud, chatty men.
ugh.
That to me is a feminine characteristic, and it really turns
Shut
on.
your doggone mouth.
But I like,
That's
yeah, I like, and then I like men that can work with their hands.
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
So
that is
I
definitely
got
yes.
me one.
That's a thing for me.
Hmm.
I'm
It sounds almost
Carla,
like you're
stop being
describing your
gross.
dad, who has that quiet confidence, very soft spoken, doesn't talk a lot. It almost sounds like you're describing your father.
well, I mean, I wouldn't.
All right, now,
Yeah,
I mean, you probably, a lot of time girls marry guys who remind them of somewhere of their father. It happens all the time.
It's
It's
true.
almost
Yeah.
like they
It is
become a
true.
standard in your mind. You want somebody a little bit of dad's qualities if you really admire your dad. You know what I love about your relationship with your dad? Carolyn was, y'all know, the youngest. Y'all all grew up and left her here. And so dad would call on her
For
every night.
everything.
He said, Carolyn, Carolyn, bring me a glass of water. And so she run
Hmm.
downstairs, get dad's water every night, bring up to, and then she had the cutest little thing. She would say, see you in the morning, the Lord's will.
It's the Lord's will.
I used to
See you
think
in the
that was
morning.
so
It's the
cute.
Lord's will.
That tells you something about her personality down inside, that little sweet, little sensitive person that she can be. All right, now moving along to your life today. What things
tonight.
occupy your time every day? What kind of occupation do you have?
Oh Jesus!
Feel about your
What
job?
kind of occupation doesn't she have?
Right.
Thank you. About
I am.
5 jobs.
I have cut down on some of my jobs this year, but I'll get that later. I am a school counselor currently, and that occupies most of my day. I am I have a lot of responsibilities under my title because I'm not just a school counselor. I'm the lead school counselor, and then the head of my student services department, and then the head of my uh, community counselors, my Southwest community counselors. So a lot of other responsibilities fall under me. So that takes up the majority of my day, just making sure that everybody is doing everything that they need to be doing and all parts are moving. Um, that's what I do. I think her camera froze. Mm.
And then Giselle and Tiny take up the rest of your time.
Bill and Tiny take up the rest of my day. When I come home, my day is dedicated to homework, cooking, and whatever else she has going on.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, I think she might be back.
Sounds about right. Well,
And
oh,
Mm.
yes, ma'am.
Kind of.
do y'all see
What
me?
we got?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
we
Yes.
see you.
Can you hear me? Because
Yes.
I mean, I didn't hear any of the answer to that question. Okay, this lousy broadcast tonight. We need to redo this one. Oh,
We're hearing it all.
do you have future aspirations, dreams? Maybe one day you'd like to pursue something different than you're doing now.
Actually, one if I were to ever change, which I really like my job and I don't see me leaving this field, but if I were to do anything, it would be to teach um incoming counselors. So I would teach those students that want to be counselors, I would teach them how to counsel. But I don't see myself leaving this field because I really like it and I fought really hard to get here.
Hmm.
So I don't see myself leaving it.
Okay.
Okay. And what level degree do you have in this counseling?
I have a master's degree in counselor education. I was the only one in my class to get um, MED.
Mhm.
Everybody else got an MS, but I got an MED because I was already a teacher when I went into the program. So I graduated with my master's of education in counselor education.
Mhm.
Mm.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
I
That's
understand what
wonderful.
that means.
Now,
Congratulations.
Carolyn, you recently had you recently had a drastic decrease in your total weight. I don't know
Oh,
if you share on the show anything about that. I heard you say, I saw it on Facebook. I meant to get some pictures. I don't even know how to do that, but I wish we could get the before and after pictures of
I
what
got you.
you've gone through recently. It's been fascinating, and I do want to talk about that a little bit if you don't mind sharing. What did you do? How did this happen? How are you feeling about it all now?
So I had a gastric sleeve surgery last May, and for those who don't know what it is, it's basically where they take your stomach from being a full stomach, and they make your stomach shaped like a banana. So instead of having a stomach, I now have a pouch, which restricts my ability to eat very much. Um, and so from that surgery, I have now lost 131 pounds. So that's that. How am I feeling? It's been a very weird journey, and it's very hard to explain to other people, but it's just weird. Things that you don't even expect. It's just different. You don't have the same sensations and feelings anymore. When people say they're hungry, it literally is weird to me to hear that because it's like, what? I don't feel that. I don't feel hunger. Um, and I don't feel
No.
full. So I have to actually
Wow.
track what I eat because I don't feel full. I feel pain if I've eaten too much. So what I
Ooh.
learned is hunger and fullness are hormones. They're both hormones. And so when they took my stomach out, they took those hormones too. So I don't feel hunger and I don't feel fullness. I feel weak when I haven't eaten, and I feel pain when I eat too much. So it's a lot of getting used to. Um, but I think I'm coming along nicely at
So how
nine.
do you
Go ahead.
am I still
Hmm?
on? You guys are
Yes,
gone.
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
mhm, we
I don't
hear
know
you.
what's going on in my house tonight. I'm sick of this. Okay. No, when you from one room to the next to get this Wi-Fi and internet and stuff to work right.
Uh
Bless,
oh.
We didn't have
That
this
girl,
problem.
sister.
bless. We didn't have the issue last week. It's okay.
Yeah, the first time it went
The
smoothly.
first time it was mine. Hey, Ariel.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, I have a before and after picture.
Y'all look at that.
There you
Ain't
go.
that amazing?
Oh,
That's my before and after.
So,
wait.
Who
Carolyn,
is
tell us
eating
what
Gilbert
made.
grape?
Shala, shut up.
So, tell us, Carolyn, what made you decide to take that particular route? Like, what led to that?
Because I have been able to lose weight on my own always. You guys have seen me lose weight 100 times. I
Yeah.
have always been able to get it off, but because I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, it comes back on without me asking it to. Um, that hormone triggers my eating hormone. And so I eat, and it's not like normal people who are like, oh, yeah, I can eat that. When I eat, I gain 5 pounds in a week. I've seen myself do it. I've gained 20 pounds in a month. My body just works differently. So it was really hard to fight against, first of all, just getting up and working out every day, but then also having to fight against that hormone that's causing me to eat so much. So after what, 15 years of trying to lose, I've been trying to lose weight since my senior year in high school. So after that many years of trying to lose weight, I just decided, and it wasn't a whim. I researched it for like 5 years before I even really hammered it down and said, this is what I'm going to do. But I just went ahead and did it because my weight was out of control. I was at 300 pounds. And I had lost 90 pounds and went all the way right back up to 300 pounds. That's when I knew something was wrong. So
Oh,
that 300 pounds again, and my blood pressure was out of control. The medication was barely working for it. So I'm just like, all right, if I'm going to be around yourself, I have to make some sacrifices. So I chose to sacrifice my stomach.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Very
interesting.
interesting.
Even I didn't
Very,
know all
very.
of those health issues you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But we thank God you and he's been a beautiful person. So we do like we're seeing now. You're going to be healthier. You're going to feel better. All right. Anyone that
Hmm.
has any questions here? I'm so discombobulated from my Wi-Fi here at home. I
Did you
do
say sci-fi?
apologize for all the
Wow.
movement and
So discombobulated.
I said hi Wi-Fi.
That's
The
what the
Wi-Fi.
problem. Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say that's what the problem
I
is. You're
am.
using sci-fi.
I can't.
All right, let me stop.
Carlos, you going in timeout,
Okay,
okay? We are kicking you off the
section
show.
here.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Shut up. Any questions?
Can y'all hear the
Okay. What?
can y'all hear the in the living room? I'm in the kitchen. I don't know. I don't want to
No,
get
we
too
can
close.
hardly hear you, so you fine.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. All right. So
I
Karen,
guess
you've been on a long journey. Say what? Somebody was asking something?
no. Go ahead.
Okay, I said journey, life. Tell me about your one and only love, Giselle.
Oh, whew. I was looking like who? Uh
She looked
Jesus.
confused.
well, what
You have a daughter, Desiree.
I do have a daughter. Side note, I still think that's the weirdest thing on earth that I have a kid. It's so weird. But I guess I'll never get over that. But I like her, so I think
How old is she now?
she is 11 years old
Keep
and she's in 5th grade. She is smart, she's witty, she is talks a lot, and she talks even more after that. Um, I like her. I like her a lot.
I hope so.
She acts a lot like me, but she also acts a lot like her grandparents too. So she
Yes.
Cause she hang with them all the time.
with them all the time. So she acts like me, but she has some definite characteristics from her grandmother. She likes to watch 2020 because
Because you're 11
that's
and you
going to
need
keep
to,
her well informed.
yeah, because
and she likes to
It's
drink
going to keep
coffee.
her well
she
informed.
likes to drink coffee and
Oh, Lord.
move.
She
She
likes,
moves
yeah, she
like
likes.
her grandfather. She talks
Right.
fast, but she talks fast like her grandmother, but she moves and processes like her grandfather.
Like a tortoise.
So it is
Mhm.
sometimes frustrating because I move fast all the time.
That's our 11.
Yeah, she just have to think about
Yeah.
everything she move, and it's.
Yeah, that's daddy.
But I like
You,
her.
you know, you, your having Giselle brought a new season to my life. Already a grandmother, but I was not really connected to my grandkids because I had told y'all, hey, I'm not keeping no grandkids. I'm not getting involved. I don't know who's gonna keep children, not me. Blah blah blah. I done raised 10 children. Blah blah blah.
Bad
That
grandma.
was my decision. Yeah, I was bad grandma. And then when Carolyn became pregnant, the Lord actually began to talk to me about my grandmothering.
What's it?
some things the Lord was showing me. So he let me know that I was going to have to become a more active role in this grandchild. You need not have done it with others, but with this one, so I was like amazed because I knew before she was born that I was going to have to take a more active role in her life. With her father being absent, it's sort of like I was going to have to stand in that place. I'm a man, so I can't be a father figure, but whatever support Carolyn needed as a single mom. Mothers out there need to hear this because a lot of times finished with the kids and we're ready to have our own little life. But sometimes I think a lot of grandmothers understand that you have to step in sometime and help those kids. Not Carolyn has neglected her in any way because she doesn't. I mean, just those kids are so blessed. She has everything she needs and more. I think
And
she's done
more.
a good job with that.
Thank you.
It's just I have a phase, yeah, when I have when I think of now being a grandmother, I'm more connected to all of my grandkids. It seems like Giselle taught me like that. She helped me see the need I needed to be for my kids. So she's a little blessing. She's a little blessing. All right, Carolyn, I have one more question. If your sisters don't have any,
Okay.
anybody want to ask her about the parenting?
I would love to ask a couple questions. Maybe not necessarily about parenting because I don't agree with the way she parents Giselle at all.
I hate Jam so
Um,
much.
Almost forget I was on Facebook. I almost shot it.
So much shade. So much.
because I have to talk to her all the time about the way she treats my niece. Like, come on, Carolyn, don't be
Oh
talking to my
Lord.
baby like that. And Giselle just called me almost every week. Auntie, can you come get me? And so, anyway,
Aw.
that's a discussion
Yes.
for
It's fine.
Oh,
a discussion.
Jam, you got me believing you.
That's a discussion for another time. She's like, Auntie, when can I come up there with y'all again? And I'd be like,
Oh,
in
no,
the
Jan,
summer,
good
just
time.
hang in there. You
That
ask
girl stupid.
grandma, she's
Just
gonna be
hang in there.
okay. It's okay. No, I agree. I agree, Mom. I think she does a good job with Giselle. Um, I would like to know she does a good job with Giselle most of the time, but I'm serious. Sometimes I do have to be like, don't be yelling at that baby like that because every parent does this. You be tired at the end of the day, and you
Yeah.
just be like snippy a little bit. So I just be like,
Yeah.
don't do that to my baby. But for those of y'all who don't know, like I raised Carolyn. I helped my mom raise Carolyn, and so I have to get on her a lot of the time, like. She's my oldest daughter. Carolyn, I would like to know what you would say to 12-year-old Carolyn. If you could go back in time and talk to 12-year-old Carolyn, what would you tell 12-year-old Carolyn today?
12-year-old Carolyn, that is a fantastic question because at 12 years old, I was at Robbinswood Middle School and I was so quiet because I didn't want to bring attention to myself because I didn't think that there was anything special about me. So if I could talk to 12-year-old Carolyn, I would tell her that the thing that's special about you is that you're the only you.
Mhm.
You're literally the only Carolyn. So you might as well be loud and do it right. So I think I would go back and encourage her to have more fun and make more friends and be okay with being herself, and not try to fit in and watch people and be what you think they want you to be. But it's okay to be yourself because by the time you're 36 years old, you won't even know any of the rest of these people. And the ones that you do know, you won't want their lives because yours will be a lot more fulfilling.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
just go ahead and
Yeah.
be yourself.
And
That
so,
was a
do you,
great
based
answer.
on that, that is a good
Yeah.
answer. And so, it was leading into my second question. So, based on what you would tell 12-year-old Carolyn, how do you use that wisdom with your daughter now?
I try to pour into her everything that I am now. I don't want her to go through the stages of life where she doubts her abilities, where she doubts her confidence, her looks, her anything. I try to reassure her that whatever it is that she is okay and it's enough. You don't have to be extra. You don't have to try to be like anybody else. You don't need to add anything, and you are not about to take anything away. You're going to keep yourself the way that you are because you are the only you. So I try to make her like the me I am now. I don't want her to be like the me that I was at 12. So that's what I do differently with her.
That's good. Good answer.
Good.
Final question.
Hurry up.
Out of all of the sisters that you have,
Don't
who do
ask
Here
you
me.
she
think?
go. Here
Oh,
she go.
Don't ask me this question.
Don't
you know
okay.
what she name.
I was gonna
You
say, never mind. All
Well,
right, go
Phyllis
ahead.
was gonna be hurt because I'm
what
the
was she?
vape.
You gonna ask me, Jam?
Out of all the sisters that you have, who do you think you are most alike out of the sisters?
Oh.
Like who do you we know you are very different, but thinking about what you have in common with your sisters, who do you think you are most similar to?
Um,
Mhm.
that's a hard one.
That's what
It
I told you.
is,
I was a good
but
question. I
she
told you I was a
kind of
professional.
she
I come
kind
with
of
the real
answered it
question.
earlier. She said she thinks she got a
Yeah,
little sprinkle of
that's what I was
everybody.
gonna say. I wouldn't say I'm most like anybody. I would say I have sprinkles of everybody. I can be hyper like Lori. I can be smart like Jam. I sing like Charlotte all the time.
Oh,
And me and Sherry are educators. So I feel like I have a little
she's
bit
got the best of all of us,
yeah, I got a little bit of everybody. That's why I'm schizophrenic.
right?
That's true. But that's a whole nother show.
Oh
Jam,
God.
Yeah.
shut up.
I'll turn those questions over to someone else now. Thank you.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
It's just kind of it's one of those random questions. What was one of the best moments or times in your life?
The day she met me.
Jam, shut your mouth.
One of the best moments in my life.
One of them. I hate to say what was the best, because I mean we still got life to live, so it
You
That
might
know,
day
be.
we walked through the neighborhood.
I had shut your mouth down. I'm not doing this with y'all. I have two. I have two. Um,
Okay.
so actually, right now, I don't know if you would call it a moment, but like right now, where I am
Hmm.
in life, I
Yeah.
have never seen me
A righteous forsaken.
look. No, I've never seen me look or feel the way that I do now. I have always been over 200 pounds since I was in middle school. So
Hmm.
as an adult, I've never seen me as I am now.
Sorry.
So this time,
Okay.
so this time I
Sherry, get it together.
I'm sorry.
Y'all, what is happening? We done lost control of the show.
She's,
That is a good moment, Carolyn. Keep
um,
going.
that is a good one.
that was the best. The best moment was when I had Giselle, and I know that sounds cliche.
Oh.
Okay.
You have to know the story leading up to it. So
Yeah.
I was just going about my regular day being a person, and then all of a sudden I went to my doctor's appointment, and
Do you remember that?
2.5 months early, they're like, "Hey, you gotta go to the hospital because we think we might have to keep you in the hospital until
And that was the day that I took her.
She was
I'm like, wait, what?
yeah, she was January 19th. Uh, make a long story short, they had me in the hospital and my blood pressure was too high. I was getting ready to have a seizure. So they were going to take the baby out. What they did not tell me at the time was that she was not growing and they couldn't really hear a heartbeat from her. They didn't tell me that because they didn't want me to freak out. My doctor told me that after the fact. She had stopped growing at 24 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I was 26 weeks and she had stopped growing. And she wasn't moving. And so my doctor, when she got there, told me that it was a less than 10% chance that she was going to survive the operation that they had to do, but they had to take her out because I was getting ready to die. So um, we prayed, and y'all know the story. Dad came in and prayed, and Quentin freaked out, and everybody was doing everything. And then I just remember being in the room and they took her out. And I wasn't expecting anything, but she made this very loud cry. And I was like, oh, my baby. That's literally what I said. And that
Oh.
That was the best moment
Yeah.
of my life.
Oh yay!
Because I was like, she's alive, and I just knew
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
That
That
was a
was
good
wow. I
story.
wasn't. Yeah,
Good
that was a good
story.
story. I wasn't
That was
expecting.
very dramatic. Yeah, that's
Way to
good.
come back after
I,
that.
I, I still remember that. Yeah, I still remember that it was my experience as getting the phone call
Uh,
and make it to the
yeah.
hospital because they were getting ready to take her in, and I wanted to be with Carol and take it there on first baby I've ever seen being born. They just pulled her out because she had a C-section, and I was sitting there holding Carolyn's hand through the whole
Yeah.
experience, and that's when all of it really fell on me that you are grandmother, you to help this daughter here with this daughter. And Giselle was just screaming and crying. She was so tiny. She was so tiny. You all know the rest of the story. She was in
Hmm.
the what you call it, the
She
little
was in the NICU
NICU.
thingies they put them in.
Thank
for
you.
42
The
days. And
NICU, the
home.
NICU, yes,
She came home on Christmas Day.
yeah.
She was one
That
pound and
was
16 ounces.
Wow.
Yep.
What a story.
Little tiny.
Uh,
And Carolyn used to put her down in her shirt. She used
I
to
did.
Yeah.
fit in your pocket. Remember? She's
Hmm.
tiny.
She was that small.
Well, it's. I think the time is just about out. I really enjoyed this with
Yeah.
you tonight. I'm so sorry that I was off and on and on and off.
Please.
it's all right. It's all right.
And I may be off now. I don't know.
No, mom, you're fine.
Oh, okay. It keeps going off, and I can't guys. I'd like to just say this to Carolyn, like I said to Charles. The thing that the scripture that the Lord really been dealing with me with, Ephesians 2:6, benediction. The reality that we are living dual world. We are here on earth, but yet we are seated in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. That being said, just as we can take authority over the things that are against us in our lives, we can demand some things in the spirit world so that our whole environment. We need, I wish that you all would practice this when you're into these little battles, spirit battles. Remember who you are in Christ Jesus. There's a lot of stuff you don't have to take. The adversary is real. We're living in the last days, and these things more and more real. Seeing all flying around, they just a lot of spiritual activities occurring, and I don't think people understand what all is going on. But I want my children to know. We try to raise you all up, train you up in the Lord all your lives, and you need to really be who God called you to be. Now it's time to do that. Use your spiritual giftings, worship Him, praise Him, and when you go to pray, let Him know what you're expecting to be, because it's already done. Really, a lot of it's already God, but we fight to get those blessings. Amen.
Preach.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Right on time, 8 o'clock. Bing.
It is 8 o'clock. We'll be you may send donations for this ministry tonight
Jam.
to Pastor
Yo.
Carolyn. Pastor
Wake
Carolyn
up
has showed up.
offering.
You can cash app her at what is that?
Right.
Cash app Caroline?
Yeah, it's Carolyn P.
Lizzie Thomas,
Thomas.
Carolyn P. Thomas, Ed and Carolyn Ministries. What is that? Listen.
It's
Oh my
They gonna
God.
always come with a word. That's where Sherry get it from, y'all. Those who know that Sherry
Hmm.
like to preach, she get it from her mom and her daddy. They gonna always put a little word on it. We appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. I
Tiny.
hope you all
I
have
said,
learned
girl,
a
so
lot
good.
about Carolyn Y. Thomas and the life that she has lived. And we thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. That's right, Nick. It's
Mm-hmm.
time for the benediction. Amen.
Yes,
Man.
sister.
Dum
Just
dum 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 dum. You got to play the piano with that. Thank y'all so much. Please, please to join us next Monday at 7 o'clock, where we will have another great show for you. We will have an interview with every single sister. So be on the lookout for those interviews as they come for
Thanks.
each and every week. Thank y'all so much. We look forward to seeing you
Thank
again. Stay
y'all.
safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless and good night.
Good night.
I'll probably see Lori in a few